a spirit was born. Thowra, they named him Thowra. Like the wind that is free. Thowra, they named him Thowra. To be king of the bush, his destiny. In the secret mountain veins, through the mist and ancient trees, runs the ghost like horse so proudly, silent as the breeze. Thowra, they named him Thowra. He's the son of the wind, strong and free. Thowra, they named him Thowra. And the king, yes, the king he will be.
Nature has a way with her. Things that might at first glance seem twisted or gnarled have their own beauty and their own uses. But man, who professes to love beauty, loves convenience more. The time had come when man wanted a more convenient way of getting to the high country. But if that meant spoiling some of its beauty, then so be it. But it was a while before the mountain creatures realized what was happening.
Where? No, nothing. Nothing. Where? That's what I'd like to know. Where? Be quiet, you empty-headed egghead.
Not a cloud. It can't be rain.
Doesn't smell like rain, but it sounds kind of like thunder. Very strange.
Ow! That'd be right. Deliberately standing there silent, just where you know I want to go.
We were talking, Wombat.
What's that? Walking? You weren't walking, you were standing still. Now, where's my son?
Your son? I'm sure I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah, that'd be right. Any trouble, any problem in the high country, straight to Wombat. Get him to help. Upset his day. Disturb his routine. But as soon as Wombat needs help, no one can be bothered.
Just a minute, Wombat, that's not true. Anyway, how are we supposed to know you've got problems?
How were you supposed to know? How were you supposed to... I just said me son's missing! You deaf! I've got to find him. I'm very worried.
Of course we'll help. Now, where did you last see him?
Oh, typical. Always questions, no action. I might as well just keep looking by myself for all the help I get.
You can't win with Wombat.
He's all right.
Yeah, old Wombat's all right. Nothing wrong with... Whoa!
Well, he does like having something to complain about.
Yes, and Wombat's got a tough hide, so he'll be okay.
Let's see if we can find baby Wombat.
Oh, typical.
Mopoke. Oh, hi, Mopoke.
Good morning, Mopoke. Still up?
'Tis time for the world to rise and shine. Anything else would be a waste of time.
You haven't seen baby Wombat anywhere, have you? His father's out searching for him.
If it's a clue you're after, I may be some help. Just keep your ears open for the sound of a yelp.
Sound of a yelp. That's not much of a clue, Mopoke. Huh?
While not all creatures are as smart as a grey kangaroo, mopokes are known to be pretty smart too.
Wombat coming through.
Hey!
Oops. Sorry, Thowra.
He's Thowra, I'm Benny.
Time for you to go home, baby Wombat. Your father's looking for you. He's very worried.
Whatever you say, Thowra. I was just having a game with my friends here and...
That's all right. Games with friends are important, but not worrying your father is more important right now. Off you go.
Yes, off I go. Whoops. Typical.
Yes?
Oh, nothing. Typical of me to run into something.
That something was me. Your home is back that way.
Yes, that's where I want to go. Thank you, Thowra. Bye, dingoes. Thanks for the game.
Bye, Wombat. Come and play again soon. Hello, Benny, Thowra. What are you?
Looking after wayward children, I think.
Very wise. Ever since the men started building that track.
What track?
'Tis said to be near the Prospector's Creek, 6 horses wide, so to speak.
I don't believe it. Why would they do that?
It's true enough. Haven't you heard the noise? A big metal monster they have, grunting and rumbling and growling.
So that's what the noise was.
It's a great danger to all the high country creatures, especially the little ones. That's why I'm trying to keep a close eye on my two.
Oh, that'd be right. Always something in the way. Well, that'd be right.
Oh, kookaburras, tend to laugh till they drop. But if you ask me, they have the brains of a mop.
Mopoke, you're so fond of yourself, but to me you're just a stuffed bookend on a shelf.
I'm a poet, and at least I know it.
No, I don't like the sound of this, Thowra. No good's ever come of man and his monsters in the high country.
Well, that's why we're on our way to see it for ourselves, isn't it?
Seeing is one thing. Doing something about it is quite another.
Listen. The thunder's stopped.
Not another one. Rubbish and more rubbish. That's all I ever find in this creek. I'm sick to death of picking up after that stupid road gang. Not a brain among them.
He seems very angry.
Who can blame him? The last thing we need is the stream choked with a load of man's leftover junk. You're a long way from home, Whitbird.
No, I'm not. Haven't got a home anymore. Got to find a new one. It's the monster.
I think we'd better find this monster double quick.
This is just awful, Benny. How could they do this?
It's going to get worse, Thowra. Our mountain kingdom is shrinking. This big path will bring more and more men.
Mopoke, shed a tear. If they must have a road, why put it here?
Why come anywhere near the high country? What do they want? At least the mountains and the Ram's Head and the Sentinel are safe. It's easy here on the river flats, but the rugged mountains will beat their monsters. We'll always have somewhere to live.
Don't be too sure, don't be too certain. This road could be our final curtain.
Just look at this lot. Mankind's legacy to the high country.
Oh no! There it goes! More noise and smoke. It's enough to make any bird choke.
What's this? Oh, horror of horrors, that!
Oh no! Eggs have been abandoned in that tree. Their fate has been left all up to me. That's a relief. Scrambled eggs were not to be, but it's a shame about that lovely old tree.
Mopoke, thank you for saving my eggs. I no longer think you're just the dregs.
Oh, that's okay. I'm glad to help you. And I'm inclined to think you're not so bad, too.
Oh, sire!
What's the panic, Karawong?
Oh, mighty Brolga. It breathes fire and smoke and rumbles and roars.
What are you talking about, Karawong? Calm down.
It's yellow, makes grinding noises, devours trees and belches toxic fume.
All right, Karawong. What's the prize?
Prize, O worshipful Wonder Horse?
For guessing the answer to the riddle.
I don't think you understand, mighty Brolga. The men creatures have invaded with a monster that is consuming the high country at a rate of 1 large lake per second.
What?
That's what I've been trying to tell you, sire. The smoke and the noise, all from this hideous beast.
Get going, Karawong. Lead the way.
Yes, sir. We'll show them, oh mighty master. They can't invade the king of the Brumbies country and get away with it.
Thunder!
Rain!
Routine upset!
Disaster! Disaster!
There it is, sire. What did I tell you?
So, they think they can turn the high country into a barren waste, do they?
Who left the plug in? Whoa! Wet wombat coming through! Wet wombat coming through!
Hi, Wombat. What's the rush?
A wet head. Typical. Can't even enjoy a quiet rest at home without being swamped.
Swamped? What happened?
Oh, never mind. Nobody cares what happens to poor old Wombat. But at least we got out. All together again, safe and sound.
Wombat, Not quite together.
Hey? What do you mean?
Your son. He's not here.
Hey? Well, he's always there. At the end of the line. What? Where is he? Where?
Mopoke, Mopoke.
Hey?
That missing son of yours is quite a scamp. When last seen, he was hanging round the monster's camp.
Is he old enough to think about hiding from it?
Old enough? He's old enough to eat. That's all he thinks about.
It's to be hoped that he's come to no harm. We'll come back with you.
Something's different.
It's the quiet. I can't hear the stream. It's usually very noisy around here.
I told you I got a wet head. Something's happened to the stream.
Very strange.
What? What now? This has gone too far. I've had it. Not only rubbish, but the animals can't even get a drink as well. Just returning what rightfully belongs to you.
Huh? Hey!
Get rid of them properly next time, or take them with you.
Hey! Cut it out, old man. You made your point.
I'll cut it out when you give me back my water supply. Damned idiots. I bet you're responsible for our water supply drying up. I can't think what you've done to the homes of the animals and birds.
I think the old prospector must be giving them a piece of his mind.
Yeah. Good job, too. I just wish I could start up that monster of theirs and push 'em right back out of the high country.
Even that, unfortunately, wouldn't repair the damage that's already been done.
That's right. Some of those trees they've knocked over have been there for hundreds of years.
That's the way, mighty monster masher. You cool off after teaching those intruders a much-needed lesson. I'm sure I saw a slight dent in the front of that thing. Oh, such bravery. What a charge. I haven't seen anything like that since Thowra jumped the ravine with a man in tow.
What?
Oh, no offense intended, sire. Of course. I didn't notice that puny weakling charging the monster. Only the great Brolga would have decided to charge head-on into an unstoppable metallic clanking contraption that no one could hope to halt.
Just as I thought. Did it occur to you that you might need water too? And what about the animals? Blockheads. Some engineer you are.
Okay. We'll get the dozer down there and clear it. Take her away, Frank!
Now the next thing is, where's that son of yours, Wombat?
Oh, my son! Oh, something's happening. I can sense danger.
Penny, look at that!
Ah!
you above the din.
Benny, do something quick. There's nothing I can do to help.
I'm thinking.
Hurry! Somebody do something!
Hey, look at this! Man, Roo.
Huh? What's going on, old fella? What's up? Oh, no! A baby wombat! Stop! Stop!
No, I can't stand to watch!
Saved! Hey! There you go, young fella. Back to your family.
Oh, thank heavens you're safe.
Hey, cut it out. What's all the fuss about anyway?
Phew. That was a near thing.
Yeah, saved in the nick of time. But how many weren't saved and how many animals have lost their homes?
Yeah, I guess we hadn't given it much thought.
Build your road if you must, but remember, the bush is their home and you are the visitors.
Oh, just look at this. Typical. A lot of good a wet home's gonna do for me rheumatism.
It is a shame, Wombat. But at least baby Wombat is safe. And that is the main thing.
Yes, you're right. And, I'd like to thank you and Benny for your help.
It was a pleasure, Wombat. Anytime.
There are many ways man can be a danger to the creatures of the high country. It wouldn't be long before they brought the fear and destruction of a bushfire.
With the silver mark of freedom, his spirit was born. Thowra, they named him Thowra. Like the wind that is free. Thowra, they named him Thowra. To be king of the bush, his destiny. In the secret mountain veils, through the mist and ancient trees, runs the ghost like horse so proudly, silent as the breeze. Thowra, they named him Thowra. He's the son of the wind, strong and free. Thowra, they named him Thowra, and a king, yes, a king he will be.
There was a slight feeling of change in the air. And the creatures of the high country knew it was there. That's when the first hint of a spring breeze breaks winter's icy grip. It was felt by all that the final clash between Thowra and the Brolga could not be far off. the title of King of the Cascade Brumbies, the prize.
Halt! Who goes there? Friend or foe?
Friend.
Advance and be recognized.
See, Karawong? It's just me, Boon Boon.
Friend, eh? Considering the company you've been keeping lately, the claim is a trifle dubious.
What? That's an outrageous thing to say, Karawong. The Broger is my father. You seem to have forgotten.
Huh!
What's going on here, Karawong?
Suspected enemy agent in our midst, sire.
Suspected enemy? That's my daughter Boon Boon you're talking about, you useless cretin!
I've been doing some deep thinking since our last meeting, Father.
Oh? In what regard, daughter?
You asked if I had anyone in mind for a lifetime partner.
Yes?
And you were concerned that it should be someone worthy of me.
Yes?
If that is what you really wish, then there is only one stallion it can be.
Yes?
That stallion must be Thowra.
What did I tell you?
Thowra is well loved in the high country. He's noble and courageous, and there's room for you both to run free with your herds.
There is only room for one king of the Cascade Brumbies, daughter. Thowra must be defeated, as his father was before him.
But Yarraman was older. His time had come. Thowra is a young stallion with the magic of the bush on his side. Beware, dear father, for you are no longer so young.
Karawong!
Yes, your mercurial magnificence. What can I do for you, sire?
Find Thowra. Tell him I formally challenge him to combat. The victor to be king of the Cascade Brumbies.
But do you think he'll fight? He's avoided it in the past.
Spread the word. If he refuses to fight, his cowardice will be the talk of the high country.
With great pleasure, El Supremo. That pest's time has come. Uh-oh! Bandit at 2 o'clock. That miserable feather duster likes having Karawongs for dinner. Phew! Safe. You've got to get up early to catch old Karawong.
Yoo-hoo! Arrow!
Oh, mighty fast and courageous, Arrow!
Hey? Who's this?
Where have you been, Arrow? We haven't seen you for a few days.
Well, I just decided to make it easier for Thowra now that he's back. The herd won't be too happy not having me as leader anymore.
Did you hear about the monster of Misty Lake?
Hear about it? I saw the beast. Thowra had better watch out or it'll have him for breakfast.
Oh, nope. Turned out it was just a friendly old bunyip.
Friend of Thowra's, in fact.
Friend of Thowra's? Oh, typical.
Yeah, typical. A Brumby standing in the way.
Take it easy, Wombat. I've had a bad enough time recently without you adding to it.
Out of the way, Arrow, out of the way. Wombat coming through.
Hold it, everyone. I'm searching for he who would be king.
Ah, g'day, Karawong. King, hey? What can I do for you?
Not you bamboozle-brained excuse for a Brumby.
He's looking for Thowra.
That's right.
You might find him with Boon Boon.
Yeah, those two have become
Very friendly.
Very friendly? What? You mean to say that those two are...
Yes, and everyone in the high country knows it except you, Arrow.
That Thowra! Trust him!
And the mighty Brolga knows it too. He's issued a challenge to Thowra to resolve who's king of the Cascade Brumbies once and for all. Spread the word.
What about me?
Boon, look at that.
It looks as though the old prospector is going somewhere.
The Silver Brumby. Am I pleased to see you? Yeah, I'm getting too old for this prospecting game. All good things must come to an end, my friend. Time for me to move on, I'm afraid. I'll move into the lowlands to live with Don and Charlie. They got a nice little bungalow set up for me down there. My one big regret is that I'm going to miss the creatures of the high country. And you and your friends in particular.
How do you like that? The Brolga issues a challenge to Thowra to see who's going to be king of the Cascade Brumbies. And do you know why? Because he knows if he challenges me, he'll get a thrashing. That's why. The Brolga knows he can beat Thowra. And that's why I've been left out. Me. Arrow. The one Brumby who was born to be king.
I'd better go down to the creek to round up those foals. We'll meet you back at the secret valley.
Okay, Boon. I'll catch you later.
Thowra, have you heard the news?
Yes, Benny. It's a shame, isn't it?
Not really, Thowra. It had to happen sooner or later.
Oh, yes, I realise that, but I'd hoped he'd stay around for years yet.
I can't imagine why. He's too old and he's been nothing but a cranky bully.
Benny, I'm surprised at you. You know as well as I do he's always been gentle and kind.
Eh? I've heard the Brolga called many things, Thowra, but never gentle and kind.
The Brolga? What's he got to do with the old prospector leaving the high country?
The old prospector? I take it then you haven't heard of the Brolga's challenge.
The Brolga's challenge?
A fight, once and for all, to decide who is to be king of the Cascade Brumbies. Just you and him. The news is all over the high country. You will have to fight him this time.
I see.
The time has come, Thowra, for you to fulfill your ultimate destiny, to claim what is rightfully yours. The Brolga is still a powerful enemy, Thowra. You can never match him blow for blow. You must use agility and cunning to defeat him.
Brolga,
Yes, Aranda, what is it?
this fight, Brolga, must it take place?
What kind of question is that? That upstart Thowra has been a thorn in my side for years.
But even if you beat Thowra, some other young stallion will take his place.
Then he too will feel my wrath.
Then there will be another, and then another.
Then they shall all feel the wrath of the mighty Brolga. What do you expect me to do, Aranda? Simply step aside?
You and I could leave here together, in peace. Nothing can stop the inevitable from happening sooner or later.
What you ask is impossible. Now leave me, Aranda. I will never shy away from combat with that weakling Thowra.
So there you have it, Mopoke. Proof that the Brolga is terrified of me. He's avoided challenging me, the rightful heir to the throne, Because he knows I'll beat him.
There's something about that arrow that doesn't sound quite right. My guess is he can't be bothered challenging you to a fight.
And to think that Mopoke is supposed to be revered for his wisdom. Ha!
The sooner this fight's over and done with, the better. Might get some peace and quiet around here.
Well, Karawong, did you issue the challenge?
Most definitely so, your royal redemptionless.
And?
Well, I haven't actually seen Thowra, sire, but he'll hear about it. The others will spread the word.
You imbecile, Karawong! Get back up there and find Thowra. Get his answer and come straight back.
But there's a hungry-looking eagle on the prowl, your salivorous superbness. I don't...
Get airborne, I said.
Aye, El Capitano. Your wish is my command, sire.
And tell him he can decide the time and place.
Now, where can that prancing prat be? The world's first amphibious wedge-tailed eagle.
Oh, Father, if you were there, please come to me. If ever there was a time I needed the benefit of your wisdom, it is now.
Yes, my son. I am here.
The Brolga has issued a final challenge to settle which of us shall continue as king of the Cascade Brumbies.
This time had to come, Thowra.
Yes, but is it the right time? Am I ready to fight the Brolga on his own terms?
There is only one creature that can answer that question, Thowra. You. You must search within yourself for the answer. If the time is right, you will know.
Of course, Father. What you say makes sense. If I am to assume the mantle of king, I must be responsible for this decision myself. No one else can help.
Wise words, my son. And whatever happens, I want you to know that I will always be proud to have had such a son.
Thank you, Father. And goodbye. Karawong, where did you come from?
Thanks. So, Thowra, what's your answer?
Answer?
To the mighty Brolga's challenge. He has graciously consented to you choosing the time and place.
You can tell your master that I shall meet him in the clearing below Echo Rock at dawn.
Echo Rock at dawn. Excellent. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, Thowra. It'll probably be your last.
Karawong. About time.
We're all set, your entrepreneurial impressiveness. The show's on.
Where and when?
Dawn tomorrow at Echo Rock.
Echo Rock.
Echo Rock.
Echo Rock.
Echo Rock.
Echo Rock! Good. Everybody will be able to hear Thowra begging for mercy throughout the high country.
Not to mention the spectacle. I can't wait to see it. Bam! Bow! Biff! Wham!
No spectators, Karawong. This is strictly between Thowra and me.
Oh, whatever you say, bombastic one.
Now, get airborne and keep an eye on Thowra. I don't want him sneaking off. He may lose his nerve.
Aye, aye, sire.
Thowra, is this fight really necessary?
It would seem so, Boon Boon. It's the way of the high country and the wild Brumbies.
If only there was some way it could be avoided.
I appreciate how hard it must be for you, Boon Boon. But the Brolga's too old and too fixed in his ways to change now.
Yes, what you say is true. Goodbye, Thowra, for the moment. And good luck.
So, Thowra, you decided to turn up.
Did you doubt that I would?
You wouldn't have been the first stallion to have thought better of tangling with the mighty Brolga.
I'm going to see this if it's the last thing I do.
Well, not this time, Brolga.
Come back here, you miserable coward.
Every step you run ties you more.
Stop and fight, Thowra! You coward! There's no escape now, Thowra.
Had enough, Brolga?
What? One lucky strike, and you think I'm finished? Not likely. Stay still, blast you, Thowra, and fight like a Brumby. Come back here, you slippery weakling. There's no escape, Thowra.
You challenged me once too often, Brolga.
There won't be any need for another challenge, Thowra.
Uh-oh.
All right, Thowra. You win. Get it over with. One push, and I'm out of your life forever.
I, Thowra, am now king of the Cascade Brumbies. I promise to rule with the same justice and wisdom as did my father, the great Yaramag. I do further decree that the Brolga's life be spared, but he is to be banished from the High Country forever. He may seek new pastures, but he is never to return to my kingdom again.
I accept your conditions, Thowra. But for Aranda's sake, more so than my own, I acknowledge Thowra as the new king of the Cascade Brumbies.
Oh, what?
Anything I can do for you, mighty Thowra? I can help out in lots of ways. Keeping an eye on troublemakers, let you in on the latest gossip, all that kind of thing.
And so the High Country had a new monarch of all the wild Brumbies, a leader who promised to rule with justice and wisdom, and did so without Currawong's help.
Huh.
And from Thowra and Boon Boon came forth a whole generation of wise and noble Brumbies, Brumbies born to be leaders from that time on.